Hey, what is going on guys? Welcome everyone back to another Call of Duty video. Hopefully you're all enjoying your day. In today's video, what we have is the full list of World War II camos that has been leaked by a person on Reddit called I'm Really Too Good For You. So a big shout out to him for actually leaking out all these camos, because we can now see what the camos will look like in a old Call of Duty game like World War II. And to be honest, some of these camos don't really make sense for a game that's meant to be, you know, in World War II. But I guess that's what COD will always be like, and they'll probably end up being supply drops as well, where you can get camos and stuff. So basically, I'd say it's just going to be just like Black Ops 3, judging by some of the camos we're going to be looking at. So we're going to be looking at 37 of these camos. Some of them I don't like, and some of them I do. What we're going to do is we're going to get right into it. Drop a like if you want some more World War II leak videos. But apart from that, let's get straight into it. So the first camo, as you can see, is this camo right here. So in the game, apparently this camo might be animated. So I don't have any camos on any weapons. I only have kind of the camo pattern, unfortunately, but this is all we have for now. So in the description in the game files, it is called Love the Bomb. It says bomb them with bonds. I mean, I don't really know what to say. As I said, it could be animated. I can't really judge it now, but it should look pretty good if it is animated. Moving over to the second camo we're going to be looking at, what we have here is kind of like the normal camo green that we always see in every Call of Duty. This in the game is called Oak Leaf. And apparently this camo may also be animated as well. Normally we get these standard green camos, which are just a normal green that aren't ever animated. So it'd be kind of interesting to see what it looks like when it is in fact animated. So the next camo we're going to be looking at, the third one, is this one right here. The name of this is called Tattoo. This one, to be honest, actually looks quite nice. You got pictures of skulls. You got the ace card over there. It looks pretty good, kind of World War II style, I've got to say. Apart from that, that one does look cool. Apparently this one may be animated too. I don't think it would be, judging by how it will work out in the game. But if we head to the next camo, we're going to be looking at this. This one definitely has a World War II vibe to it. The name of this camo is called Victory. As you can see, it says War Over, 8th of May 1945, Victory, Peace, War Ends. We kind of get the drift with this camo. Doesn't look too bad. I really don't know how this is going to look like on a weapon, but that's kind of the base standard pattern we have so far. Moving over to the next camo we're going to be looking at. This is just one of those average camos that you unlock in literally the first level. This one is called Bronze. Nothing too interesting. We've seen stuff like this in previous Call of Duty, so I can't really comment on it. It doesn't say that it will be animated. It just seems like it's going to be a normal flat camo, which is what it will most likely be anyway. So the next camo we're going to be looking at is this one here. This one doesn't look too bad. It reminds me a little bit of some camos in Black Ops 2. So this camo isn't too bad overall. It looks all right. The colors are all right as well. The name of the camo in this one is actually called Brown Spots as well. So the next camo we're going to be looking at is called Leopard. Now, as you can see in the camo, it looks like on the Leopard spots, it's got some pink and kind of purple outlines. The person who leaked the image said, don't worry about the pink and purple outlines. It won't be there. Apparently, it's a bit of a glitch when he was trying to take out the actual camo files. So apart from that, it looks like a normal leopard skin, I guess you could say. Nothing too interesting. It doesn't say that it will be animated, and I don't think it should be animated because we've never had an animated camo like that. So it'd be interesting to see what that one looks like. The next camo we're going to be looking at is this one here. It doesn't really look too good. The name of the camo is Cheetah. It looks quite similar to Leopard a little bit, except this time we've got a bit more brownness to the color. So that one does look not too bad. The next camo we're going to be looking at is this one called Chrome Tiger. So if you didn't know, there's going to be a few chrome camos in the game. This is one of them. This camo does not move apparently, so that'll be interesting to see what this one looks like. It looks a bit more blue than chrome, if anything, but we have to wait until it's on a weapon to fully judge it. So the next thing we're going to be looking at is this one is called Chrome. So this camo is called Chrome. As you can see, I don't know, it looks a bit silver, looks a bit rainbow with it as well. We can't really judge it until it's on the weapon, but if anything, number one, it doesn't say it's animated. So it's pretty much just going to look like a normal flat silver camo on your weapon. So I can't wait to see what that will look like on a weapon. The next camo we're going to be looking at is this one here. It's called Copper Giraffe. An interesting name choice there, which is quite cool. It doesn't say it's animated either. It doesn't look too bad. It looks like the same camo from above, which was the Brown Spots camo. So they kind of look alike. The next camo we're going to be looking at This one here, this one is just called copper. It just, you know, pretty much just looks like a bit of bronze, a bit of orange meshed together, and that's what you get. It does not say it's animated at all. So the next camo you guys probably want to look at, this is the camo called diamond. So apparently this might be an overlap for the diamond weave camo, which we'll look on a bit further, but apparently that would explain the simpleness of the camo. So we may be getting this. This may be the diamond camo. It may not be. The guy who got the actual image and leaked it may have suffered a glitch when he got this particular camo out. So if we do get a diamond camo, that's what it will be like. The next camo we're going to be looking at is this one here. It's called diamond weave. So this is most likely what the diamond camo will look like when we get it. As I said before, we're going to have to wait until we see it on an actual weapon. It doesn't look too interesting so far. And the diamond I mentioned before is the actual weave. So it's kind of like the diamond pattern you're seeing. That's what the diamond camo may look like, but this is the diamond weave. It's a little bit different. We don't know exactly what type of challenge you have to do to get this one, but it is quite interesting how this looks. We're gonna have to wait until we see it on a weapon before we can judge it. The next camo we're going to be looking at, it's called Desert Rat. Some of the, you know, same old camos we usually see. It's not animated. The diamond weave one and the normal diamond one isn't animated as well. The next camo we're going to be looking at is this one here. It's called RMC Commando. It's the same as the normal kind of green camo that we always see. Nothing too interesting there. The next camo we're going to be looking at is this one here. It's called Fire Skulls. This one's a bit interesting. Sometimes we get fire camos. This one doesn't look too bad. They can't really go over the top. Because obviously it's an old Call of Duty set in World War II. So this kind of in a way doesn't match the theme a little bit, and I kind of like this one. The next camo we're going to be looking at is this one here. Apparently it may be called Medic. He's not too sure what it's called. Once again, the same average green camo that we always see. Nothing too interesting, so I won't bother you guys by commentating over it further. The next camo we're going to be looking at is this one here. This is the gold camo. So this is what the pattern will look like. It looks a little bit simple, but yet again, we have to wait until we see it on a weapon. It doesn't say it's animated, so it looks like it's going to be a normal gold shiny camo that we're used to in Call of Duty. So the next camo we're going to be looking at, this one is very interesting. So this one here is called Gold Leopard. So apparently this is most likely the alpha map for the Leopard gold camo. So it may not be this bright when this guy leaked it out or found the game files. It may not be this bright, it may be toned down a little bit, but Gold Leopard doesn't sound like a bad idea. It doesn't say that this camo is animated either, so it may have a different pattern to the normal gold camo, obviously. So this one doesn't look too bad. I don't know if I'd really like it, but once again, it would be toned down. So the next camo we're going to be looking at is this one here. It's called Green Spots, the normal same old deserty green camo we get, so I won't bother with that one too much. The next camo is pretty much the same. It's called Heres, if I say that correctly. Once again, one of the standard camos. The next camo on the list is this one here called Libor Master. I could be saying this wrong. Yet again, just a normal camo. The next one is kind of the same thing. This one's a bit different. So this camo here is called US Leopard. Looks a bit different, and to be honest, doesn't look that bad either. I actually like the color of the US Leopard with the dark green mixed with a bit of brown. I don't mind it at all. Once again, it pretty much is a standard camo, but moving over to the next camo we're going to be looking at, it is possibly called Camo Loot _2 or something. So probably it's going to be Camo Loot. As you can see, it's like kind of like a design with different shapes. You got a bit of orange, a little bit of maroon, a bit of a light green. The camo is also not animated, which is kind of what I'm expecting. It doesn't really suit a Call of Duty World War II vibe in my opinion, but it's all right. I don't know. I don't really like it too much, but in the next camo we're going to be looking at, it is possibly going to be called Camo Loot 5 or something along those lines. And as you can see, this one I actually like. I don't think for some weird reason it will suit any weapon because all the weapons look old, you know, they're World War II weapons. Putting some random chrome camo or something sparkly doesn't really suit in my opinion, but hey, Activision went for it. And looks like that's what we're going to be getting. It doesn't look too bad. Maybe if it was more of a modern Call of Duty, probably suit a bit more. The next camos we're going to be looking at are all pretty much standard camos, so we'll get through them quite fast. What we have here is the Camo Loot #1. Looks all right. Once again, a standard camo. Next one we have here is called Camo Loot 3. Once again, another standard camo. The same thing applies with Camo Loot 4 over here. And the next normal camo, what we have is this one here called Palm Tree. Once again, it kind of looks like a standard normal camo. Obviously, there's a leaf in the camo pattern now, so it's a little bit different. The next camo is called Patton. So you got a lot of greens in there to symbolize the peas, as the name of the camo is. Heading over, what we have next is a plain tree. This one actually looks kind of cool in my opinion. Some people might think it's bland. I don't know, I kind of like it. The next one we're gonna be looking at is this one here. This is called Saper Light. Nothing too interesting with this camo. The next one is pretty much the same thing but green. It's called Saper Dark. And the last camos we're gonna be looking at, the last three are pretty cool. This one here is gonna be called Skulls Flat. This one won't be animated. This one actually looks pretty awesome if it was on a weapon. So this one is definitely one I like. The next camo we're going to be looking at is this one here called Rattlesnake. This one, to be honest, looks pretty cool as well if it was on a World War II weapon, which we will be expecting. I really like the camo. It has a nice artwork to it. Looks pretty much like the outer shell of a rattlesnake. If you've ever seen one, looks pretty dope. And the last camo we're going to be looking at once again is the snow camo. What Call of Duty would it be without a snow camo? So those are the 37 camos that have been leaked out that we will be getting in Call of Duty World War II. Let me know, out of all of those 37, which one do you like the most? If anything, I kind of like the first one the most, and also the skull one, which we just looked at, because I think that looked really insane on an old World War II weapon in this Call of Duty. But apart from that, if you guys want me to do more leaked videos like this, let me know in the comment section down below. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and I will catch you all later. Globe out.